Hello everyone, this is Minty Fries. Sorry to post multiple Runescape videos in a row, but I 3D printed a bunch of miniature old school weapons. Let's start painting them. I mentioned in my last video that I created these weapons for a blade and sorcery mod so you could fight with them in virtual reality. So I'll talk about how I got into that. A few years ago I got a notion in my head that I wanted to make a 3D model of Varrock in order to make one of my YouTube VR videos based on it. I even created a folder on my computer entitled Runescape Assets way back when. Though I was making 3D models of all kinds of other stuff at the time, I just never got around to creating Varrock like I wanted. Now, I forget how I found this guy, but there's this dude named Connor who has a YouTube channel called CMVR. Link in the description if you want to subscribe. And it turns out that he and a team he assembled had not only already made Varrock, but they made it fully playable in VR by adding it as a mod for the game Blade and Sorcery. And they had also already created both Falador and Lumbridge. Being able to walk around scale models of these three towns in VR and use real RuneScape weapons to fight actual guards and do crazy stuff like punch a guard in the face so hard he goes flying into the Falador gardens and then you grab his bronze sword out of the air and stab another guard in the face with it was just, wow man, so freaking cool. So yeah, I joined that team and made my model of Barbarian Village, and also these swords and a few other things. The RuneScape VR project has continued chugging along since then. They made a better version of Varrock and are working on all kinds of other stuff from Al-Kharid to Port Sarim. They're also actively working on adding these models to the game VR chat so people can play in them without needing a VR headset. If you do 3D modeling and want to help with this project, I linked to the CMVR Discord server. And I linked to the Falador VR chat server if you wanted to, I don't know, literally walk around Falador in first person. Not that big a deal or anything. Alright, here are the completed swords. I did them all in matte color so they look like they did in the game. Here's the rapier, the Grazi rapier, the swift blade, Vesta's spear, the brine saber, Tox Zilok, the prop sword, the 24-karat sword, and the leaf-bladed sword. I did these weapons just because nobody else seems to have 3D modeled them yet, and I thought they were underappreciated. Like look at Toxzil Ak, it's a Maquahital-inspired Obsidian sword, made entirely of obsidian. That's pretty cool. I really like the swift blade too. This blade shape is awesome and I love the bronze color, and it's actually a really fun sword to use in VR. The brine saber looks badass. The Grazi rapier is cool except it kinda just looks like one of those plastic sword toothpicks they use to skewer olives in a martini. And I adore these other ones. A golden leaf sword, the sword from the old school title screen, a giant halberd. Yes please. Well, thanks for joining and have a minty fresh day.